Hello everybody, it's Claire from Claire Path Guidance and Tarot, and this is your monthly reading for May, and this will be the sign of Taurus. I've decided to use the Lenormand deck again. It's such a beautiful, beautiful deck, and they're supposed to be very accurate. Last month I used the same deck, and what I did was I pulled two cards, because these cards here are meant to be read in pairs. So I'm pulling two cards from the Lenormand deck, and I'm also pulling one card from Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels. Just a little bit about myself. I am an empath, and I also read tarot cards. So I do both. If you want to get a reading, I will do an energy reading for you, and I will also do a tarot spread. Now, empath work is where I shine. I'm very good with relationships. Most of the readings that people purchase are love readings, and it's about relationships. I really don't need a whole lot of information, but when somebody is looking for a reading, I just need to know their questions. Everything is emailed to me, and I can tap into that person's energy as to and people are amazed at how I can actually describe the relationship to them and as to why somebody walked away. A lot of people are quite puzzled most of the time as to why somebody left. Will they ever be coming back? And what I can do is I can feel that person's emotions and tell them if that person will be back or not, or if a relationship will work. I get some people emailing me saying they haven't heard from their love and they're wondering what's going on, and that sort of a thing. And excuse me, that is what I do best. So I would like to thank everybody for all the subscribes, comments, liking of the videos. It really means a lot to me. March was nuts. I haven't had much time in March and beginning and April to read any of those comments, but I truly, truly appreciate all of you for supporting me. I really, really do. So anyway, on with the reading here. Okay, so this is a love reading for the sign of Taurus for the month of May. So the very first card I pulled here is the Tower. Now, the Tower to me symbolizes a strong building, and you can see the door at the very, very top right there, and that's normally where people kind of stand up there. It's a place of isolation and loneliness. Now, when I go to the book, it talks about the Tower, and it says here it is a seat of power and often bureaucracy. And in some books, it can be symbolic of a place of isolation, such as a hermitage. It then carries occult meaning, and the remote tower of the Riviera also has this connotation. It is sometimes within oneself that the watch needs turning. So, unlike the tower in the tarot, the Lenormand tower is symbolic of a structure that offers protection and security. In the game of hope, it is a watchtower built on high ground for surveillance over the countryside beyond. In current times, it may relate to border control or control of passage to a city. As such, they have multiple meanings, ranging from authority to education to places of power and legal dealings. To me, when I think about this, it's a person that has kind of decided to just close themselves off into isolation and to think. All right. Now, because this is a love reading, like the second card that I pulled here is the number 24. It's swans. To me, in like the tarot deck, this reminds me of the Two of Cups. So you have these two swans. Swans mate for life. You have the heart in the middle, and the swans in the middle looking at each other. They're mirror image of each other. So I would say whoever this person is, whether it's you or your loved one or whomever, it's talking about loneliness and perhaps a separation of some sort. When I look at the combination cards on these four, the Tower and the Heart, it does talk about lonely relationship separation. So you could be taking a step back and thinking to yourself, all right, What do I need to do here? This relationship isn't working for me. I may want to separate. I don't know what I should do. So when I go to the book, it's the heart. This card, it talks about the heart. The form of happiness and love is simply drawn in my shape. I am your feeling and emotion. I'm your passion and devotion. Just make sure no bad cards are around to spoil this fondness and affection. So in antique Lenormand decks, the design of the heart varies from an almost biological physical heart to a quiche romantic heart embroidered with flowers and other adornments. The heart is, of course, symbolic of love and relationship. Here we see the heart formed by two swans. You've got two hearts. You've got the heart in the middle and then the heart together that they make together. The heart is, of course, symbolic of love and relationship. Here we see, excuse me, excuse me. I just finished recording the Taurus video and I sneezed 3 times through that one. So sorry guys, I don't know what's going on. Here we see the heart formed by two swans, a bird itself symbolic of courtly relationship, monogamy, and enduring love. So when I see this with the tower, I agree with what the website says. We've got the tower and the heart, and it talks about you or somebody taking a step back, feeling lonely, even though you know that this is the person for you. Something is going on. It's not working for you anymore. So you're thinking, what should I do? Should I take that step back? Should I separate? I mean, this isn't something that is going to happen. These cards are always just a warning of what possibly could be happening. So if you don't want this to happen, then rather than isolating yourself into like a tower or your bedroom or whatever it is and shutting yourself off from the world, talk to this person. Talk to them and see what's going on, because nothing is ever set in stone. So these cards are always just a warning. Things can be changed. If you know that this is going on in your life right now, this perhaps might be the message that you need to receive to go, okay, let's reach out and talk. Let's figure this out together rather than yourself. All right. And then the card that I pulled from Doreen Virtue is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. All right. So I'm going to go to that card deck or book and very soon. Okay, so this card asks you, what do you want? And demand very clearly and specific answers. Just like putting an order in at a restaurant, the universe has been listening to your thoughts and feelings about your love life and has brought you to what to ask for. When you complain about what's served to you, it's only because you placed an unclear order. So this all makes sense to me. As soon as you were perfectly straightforward about what it is you desire, it comes to you upon the wings of angels in an instant. You drew this card because it's time for you to get clear and honest with yourself and formulate your requests with faith and optimism. Trust your feelings and make decisions for yourself about what's best for you. All right. So it makes sense. So yes, it's telling you that you're perhaps thinking about your future, this relationship, and this here card backs it up saying, what do you want? So you need to start thinking about your thoughts and your feelings and about your love life and what has brought you to this point. Okay? All right. Okay, if anyone is interested in a personal reading, they're $40. I accept PayPal, and I don't do live readings. All my readings are via email. I don't want to see your face and your expressions and you nodding when I say something. You know, I think the best readers are the ones that can do it all through energy, all through just looking at the questions with just a name, and that is what I do. That's what I can do. All right. And you would just send me your email. You would email me your questions. I would record the video, record the reading, send you back a link to watch it on, and then you can also give me feedback or ask more questions based on the reading. So, all right, I will now have my email address at the bottom of this video. All right, everybody, I hope all you Tauruses have a wonderful May, and take care. Bye-bye.